Never doubt what you mean to me. The love I have for you is plain to see. It's the kind that comes unconditionally. The love is real between you and me. This love is real. True love is always real. This love is real. True love is always real.
Hello, everyone. My name is
Hello.
my name is Tia Harrell, and my pen name is Tmhwriter. And I have today here Donna, who is my beta reader, and Angie, who is part of my ARC team. And today we're here to discuss my next book, Enemies of Unseen. So this book is Dark Cloud's third book. So Dark Cloud is a series about This Love is Real characters, and currently they are threatened by an unknown force that they know about. They thought they handled Caruso and his merry men, but unfortunately, they didn't get all of those men. And so that's where Dark Cloud 3 book takes off. So without further ado, let's get into it. Any questions, suggestions, comments?
I like the action. I really like a lot of the action. Yeah, it was different from your normal writing with Terry and Sonya anyway.
Mhm.
But I did like the action. It wasn't so much that it became over the top, but it was just enough. And having a female, in charge of the action on top of it, that was pretty good to read. So
were,
Yes.
were you surprised about Maya?
no, I think from the beginning I knew it wasn't just as simple as this is somebody Ted's wife or woman or anything. I knew it had to be a little bit more to it than what it was, and that was a nice twist on it. She's undercover and everything, even though Ed gave her a hard time, a little bit. I think his ego was a little bruised.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. He surprised me though. I didn't realize just how straight-laced he really was
Really?
until this book. Yeah, I knew that he was, very professional, the way he handled um his security positions, but the way he was treating her,
Mhm.
it was just a little bit uh, maybe misogynistic, that
Yeah.
and I was a little surprised about that,
Mhm.
but he redeemed himself because he really got over himself. He liked her that much.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
Uh-huh. And I like the way she played him. She
Mhm.
liked him, but
Yep.
she didn't fall all over him. She was like, okay, I'm gonna give him an opportunity to come to me because, you know, this is what real men do. They love to chase. They are, hunter gatherers by nature. So they're gonna come after the woman that they want, or else they're not gonna treat her well if she's too easy.
Right.
And she knew that,
Hmm.
and so she kind of hung back and let him just work it out and come after her.
Mhm.
So I like that about her.
Yep. Sure did. And she was basically told him that coming from your background that I'm not able to tell you, that I'm undercover or whatever I'm doing.
Hmm.
And I think that
Right.
once she put it like that, and like you said, and then when she realized that, hey,
Hmm.
this sister here is not going to be, and he should be used to that
You would
with the
think.
women that he's around. You would think these
Hmm.
strong, independent women, you would
Right.
think that he would have been used to it. So, they're kind of like, come on, Ed, really?
Yeah, but you know, when the love bug hits you, you're out
Right.
of character. So
You want to protect her. He wanted to
Yeah.
protect her and all of that.
he's out of his comfort zone. So
Yeah.
it's a whole new ball game. And so
Right.
he's gonna start paying more attention to Maya, though. He's gonna start stepping back. So I don't, that may Terry
Stepping back from who?
huh?
He's going to be stepping back from who?
From being Terry's bodyguard.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sensing that too.
Yeah. So, him and Terry are thick as thieves, and they really bonded over the years. And Terry will understand, but she doesn't know Maya is undercover. Only person who knows is Anne, and that's because she was in her situation. But nobody knows Maya is undercover except for Ed, Craig. Freddie does, because Freddie is really helping. You'll see Freddie help them more and more because that's his family. That's his family they're fucking with, and he ain't gonna sit down and let everything start happen. So they got something up their sleeve.
Okay.
But this new threat, he is not like Caruso. So
no.
He is far worse and far more brutal and far more intelligent. So,
And I saw them drop the ball.
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
When they came into the gated community and that couple of minutes when they were changing shifts.
Yes.
Like, what the hell is that?
Those are Ed's people. Those are Ed's people. And so, Ed kind of took his eye off, because he fell in love. So he's trying to balance, caring about Maya, because what happened to Maya, and he's worried about what happened to Maya and his job. So, in the book after, this book, we'll start to see what happens with Ed and Maya and Terry, and in Stranger in the Mirror, Terry and Pete are close, but that's folk Terry. That's folks. So we'll see how that plays out in the Dark Cloud series when Ed's back,
Because I was like, wait a minute, even if you are in love, you would think that he could delegate the responsibility to someone else that he trusted. But it just seemed to me that there was a breakdown in the security, because it shouldn't be any lapses. If anything, it should be an overlapping, when shifts change.
Right. And so they're supposed to be. Okay. So that was his men not being on the ball because they thought they handled Caruso. So they had these are younger men. They had no idea that they were under threat. And so they kind of lax. And, Ed and them, they're going to have to clean house. And so in the next book after this one, they got to tighten up because,
Pablo ain't nothing to play with.
Pablo ain't nothing to play with.
And Brad either, because Brad, was able to hack into their system.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Brad and Pablo together, it's a dangerous combination. So
absolutely,
Ed and them they're going to have to level up, and so we'll see what happens. But in this book, I was excited to show what happens when your team is not as dedicated or understand the mission as you do. So, that's why I wanted to show that, because Ed, this never happened to him. The only time this happened is when Terry got injured. Him and Terry got injured in the book too, April. And so
even though he knew that Gabriel wasn't on the up and up, you would have thought that he would kind of double up the security or something. And not just travel with one car with him and Terry. You would think that he would have a few cars.
They do actually have a few cars, but
I mean, in that situation before the accident, you would have thought,
Well, they didn't know the depth of Gabriel's revenge back in
Oh.
book 2. But in this book, they did have more than one car following. It was just
Okay.
Brad knew what car Terry would be in. And so that's
Yeah.
Right.
car
This
they
in this
targeted.
one. Yes.
Yeah, that's the car they targeted. So
Right.
and Caruso had a inside help. You know, money changes people. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
unfortunate. So
Mhm.
you know, Ed and Pete and Craig and Maya
Mhm.
and Freddie, you know, they all got to come together and eliminate
Yeah.
this threat. But how are they going to do that when Pablo and Brad are so good?
Right.
Right. And
Right.
then in the 4th book, oh, it's something else, because Pablo connects. You saw at this at the end of this book, Pablo has connect with a prince. So what is that?
Right.
You know, what
Yep,
is
right.
that? What is that? So I'm excited about that next book, but I'm excited about this book because it starts to show the dynamics in a team
Mhm.
threatened, and the threat has
Mhm.
more skills than they do. How do you
Mhm.
respond? How do
Right.
you know, how do you eliminate, you know, the threat? How do you tighten up security? So
Correct.
Right.
those are the challenges. you know.
Right. Yep. The other thing that I found really interesting was the dynamic between Ted and Aaron.
Mhm.
You know,
Right.
how he was working late, he wasn't coming home, you know, it was just different. And, you know, in book 2, they were, I mean, you could see a little tension because she wanted to stay in New York and he didn't.
Mhm.
And he kind of condescended to her wishes. But you didn't see that their relationship wasn't tight.
Mhm.
In this book 3, it's like, what happened? Their relationship looked like it broke down a little bit. It's
Mhm.
being threatened some kind of way. So
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, when you're scared and you're going through life events like that, can she handle it? You know, can she handle
Mhm.
it? Maybe she needs to talk to somebody. And I
Right.
think Terry tells her that, you know, her and Sonia has been going through therapy all these years. You have to,
Right.
you know, you
Mhm.
have
Yeah.
You got to deal with the trauma.
mental health is very important. And if you
Sure
don't
it
take
is.
care of that, everything else breaks down. So Terry and Sonia know that firsthand.
Mhm.
So, you know,
Right.
Aaron needs some help. So does Ted. I mean,
Yeah.
anybody who went through what they went through, you know,
Yes.
Right.
and there's more to
Right.
come.
Right.
So they're not safe. They're still not safe. They're under
Right.
threat, unknown threat, unseen threat. So
But if he sees what's going on with her and really seeing it, then she still has 2 little ones in the house.
exactly,
So she needs help.
she needs
Not
help.
she needs some emotional support from her husband,
Yes.
but it would be nice if there was someone else, maybe a nanny they trusted or
Yeah.
somebody who
Yeah.
could help her with those kids because
Yeah.
it's a lot.
It is a lot.
Mhm.
They're gonna have to vet somebody though.
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
Right. Can't
It's hard.
bring anybody else. And so, you know,
Yeah.
Aaron is not, you know, she's not, see, Terry is cut from completely different cloth than Aaron. And
Right.
Aaron is not built for adversity from what everything that you can tell because,
Mm.
and I think too is weighing on her, Paul did get killed. So even though that's my
Mhm.
ex and everything,
Right.
and she's probably still having some guilt because if I hadn't
That's
said
true.
something,
That's true.
you know, then we wouldn't, this, all of this would have
Yeah.
happened anyway because I wouldn't have put myself in this situation. So,
Exactly.
but like you said, like with Ted, I understand that he's going through his thing too, but you can't pull away from your wife. You know, people kill me.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
okay, so you leave her home with the kids and all of that responsibility. You go to work, you got your outlet, but yet you got to back off. Well, you know, hey, I didn't think, you know, come on, you talk to your wife and chase her down like you were chasing Terry, you know? So, I mean, I don't know.
Whoop,
It's just my
whoop,
opinion.
whoop, whoop.
Shots
That's
fired.
right.
Shots
Yeah.
fired.
Uh-huh. Come on now.
Oh, all right.
Shots
Yeah.
fired.
Come on.
All right now. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, Ted. You'll see in the next book, you know, Ted does stand up, but they're all going through changes, right? They're all going
Right.
through changes. When your life is threatened, you know, when the life of your wife and your babies and your best friend and everybody you know and love is threatened, you know,
Mhm.
look what happened with Terry. You know, Ted and Terry
Right.
are still buddies.
Back in the hospital, back
Yeah.
bruised up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Over
like,
and
goodness.
over and over
Yeah.
again.
But
Right.
you see the growth in her, right?
She didn't push Sonia aside.
She didn't push her wife aside because they're tight.
Right.
You know, they've been together, they've been married for what, 3 years. So, you know, they're solid, you know, they're solid.
Mhm.
And Terry is a femme Nikita, so she is so upset. You know, she's so upset, and she ain't gonna continue to, you know, allow things to happen to her family. So
Right.
her and Ed need to have a power. You know how Terry is anyway. She's very
Right.
protective. And if her wife and her babies and her best friend are still threatened,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know, she ain't gonna take it lying down. So we'll see.
Good.
You know, yeah, we'll see in this next book that's coming. But
Good.
I was happy to show, you know, what breaks down
Mhm.
a unit, a family unit, the
Mhm.
unit. You know, what do you do?
Right.
Right.
Pablo, shots fired. You know,
Right.
Yes.
Pablo ain't playing.
Yes.
We
Yes.
didn't see very much of Joyce in this book, though.
Joyce is
No.
taking care of the babies. You know,
Yeah.
Freddie wants to keep Joyce out of the picture, and so does Terry, because they already
Okay.
tried to take Joyce's life.
Oh yeah, yeah, and killed the baby.
Yeah.
So that's why she wasn't
Yeah.
the bait and Anne was, because they would have just
Yeah.
killed her. They
Yeah,
would
they would have killed
Okay.
her.
they would have just killed her. So they're keeping Joyce away because
Okay.
Wow.
they already tried it. So yeah. And Terry would lose her mind if something happened to Joyce.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Totally different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know? I mean, she didn't like that Anne did that, but if Joyce did,
Yeah.
Right.
it it would
Right.
be a napalm bomb. Terry
Yeah.
would have burned the house down. So
Oh yeah. Yeah.
that's why.
I'm surprised Anne did it because I was thinking, I said, well, maybe they need to use Sonia as bait, but Sonia's too scary. So, you know.
No, not Sonia.
Sonia's too scary.
It had to be someone that they wanted. They don't know too much about Sonia, but they do know Anne is Terry's mom. Terry tried to
And
get
CJ's wife, and so
Yeah,
she's a
CJ's
little bit
wife.
more high profile.
Yeah, she's a little more high profile because she's, you know, CJ and Anne are high profile because he's a megastar. So they know who Anne is, and they know Anne is Terry's mom. So, you know.
I think Sonia just hasn't unleashed the dragon. We've seen her temper when she gets really jealous. We've seen that side of her.
Yeah.
And Stranger. Definitely.
But when if you threaten her wife, I believe that she will go OFF.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's trying to keep it together for the babies right now. But you know, she's upset. You heard her in the hospital. She's upset, and Sonia has means. She has means of doing whatever she needs to do. She has the means. I mean, she's never flaunted that she's rich and well off. She's never ever flaunted it, but she will dig into her money if she needs to. So,
oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, but she's trying to keep the family calm.
Right.
She's trying to take care of the babies because they have 3 little ones, so they both can't be
right on 12.
Yeah, on 12.
You know,
yeah,
and Terry's on 12.
Yeah, and Terry already is on 12, and she knows Terry will handle it, right? She knows Terry will take care of business, or she'll put Ed's feet up to the fire if she had to. And then you know, Freddie is gangster, you know.
Oh yeah,
Freddie's plotting. I can tell you that Freddie ain't taking that.
And when you do get threatened, I don't care how your life changes.
Yeah.
When you get threatened, it comes back.
It comes back. Right.
I know that firsthand.
All right.
You know, for real though.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
You know,
did this fourth book.
I can't wait. I cannot wait on it.
But this third book was really like setting the stage for
Yeah.
Right.
we get to see their little personalities, and especially with Maya. Maya's a badass. I mean,
I
she
can't wait to see her.
and her job now is to protect Terry and them. So she's got to work with Ed and Craig and Pete and them. She's going to
handle them people, and then tried to say I was mugged.
Yeah,
I was rolling. I'm like, okay, all right, mugged.
It was like, hold on now.
Right. So yeah, that was good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can we move on to Stranger?
Can we?
Can we say, Lord have mercy?
Go ahead,
girl.
Tell me what you need to say about Stranger.
Go ahead, Angie. I'll let you have the floor first.
Well, I will say this to anyone. I like the episodes because they're short to the point. Of course, you anticipate the next one. You keep looking, okay, is the next one gonna drop? But it's really, really good because it's giving you that part of the book that wasn't there. You just knew she lost her memory. Then she went out there and got buck wild with somebody else. So but you didn't know to this level. And I'm gonna tell you.
Exactly.
Sonia has turned her upside down.
Girl,
how did we go from I don't even want to see you, I don't want to talk to you, I don't want you, you're not my type. The next thing I love, I'm like, wait a minute, whoa. What
know why? They're soulmates. And so there is a love that is unspoken. You feel it. It's in the heart. It may not be conscious, but it's a connection that happens in the heart that goes beyond words, time, space, and circumstance. And that's what we're witnessing. And I'm like, yes. I've been waiting to see this, because you can't go from, I'm not sure and all this other stuff to you are my person. I love you so much. Let me see what was going on to kind of let her know, yeah, she's the one.
But you know what? Also, I've noticed Sonia is not all in completely.
No.
Because when Terry said, I love you, I'm falling in love with you, whatever, and Sonia was basically like, okay, she didn't say no. This Sonia that normally we see, oh, I'm in love with you, because she, even though I know she knows, hey, to me, whether it's fake Terry, this is still Terry. I don't care how you want to cut it. This is still Terry.
And that's what Grace told her.
Yeah.
Still
I
love
person. That. Yeah, same person. But Sonia is she's hopeful, but I think that she's like, okay.
Yeah. But
when is the shoe gonna drop? Or I'm not gonna just put all myself out there like that and then end up, with egg on my face this time. So I think that she's kind of stepping back and not getting, because Terry is gone. I'm telling you, until, but she's caught up too, because everything that she didn't think that this person is doing this to you, it's like, man, damn, I did not expect this. I'd have called you before now, but
right.
Yeah.
So
I mean, with Sonia, she still knows. She knows the difference because of what Terry does. Terry is not Terry. And so Terry was in love with Sonia. So she would do little things that Terry hasn't gotten to yet, or she doesn't think.
Right.
So, Sonia knows the difference,
Yeah.
Still find
I think it's more sexual with Sonia right now. I think she is enjoying, I think she's enjoying the sex part of it more than anything else.
This
I
was
don't think-
supposed to be, her and Terry have only been married for 2 months. So she still she still want to get it on. So
yeah.
Ter-
She don't care at this point.
Bo Terry is willing and waiting, and that is her wife's body. So why not?
Right.
Yeah.
Why
Right.
not?
But she still feels it. She feels
Yeah.
it in her soul as well.
Yes.
But because
Yes.
she's more conscious
Right.
of what
Yes.
the real Terry's like,
Right.
it's like, okay, if I commit to this Terry and my Terry comes back and
Right.
remembers how I'm
Right.
saying, I love you,
Right.
what is that going to do? So she is in a
Exactly.
conundrum.
That is
Yep.
the problem when Terry woke up. So
Yeah.
So this
And also this sexually.
Mhm.
Now, because Terry was what, but not this whole fake Terry right here is on
Girl,
film.
it's hot.
So
Yeah.
when you come back, like you said, when the real Terry stepped back up and Sonya pulled some of the stuff she's pulling now, Terry's like, whoa, where you been? What you been dealing with? I mean, that's the way
Now
I'm
she
seeing it. Is that,
remembers though. See in that book,
yeah.
part 2,
Yes.
really said she remembered what happened.
Right.
So
But
Yeah.
here was one thing. When Faux Terry
Mm-hmm.
asked Sonya, did you and your wife make love like this?
Mm-hmm.
He said yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got that little bit of glimpse, even though we didn't see it in the book, it was kind
Right.
of vanilla.
Right.
You know, we now
You
know.
said it was vanilla.
Yeah, it was a little vanilla. Now we know that they was getting it on.
Down. Yeah. I mean, I didn't show. I'm make some updates, but
Okay. Because
Yeah,
it was
you have to, because
but
I'm
this
telling you,
one-
this Sonya is what I'm telling you, this Sonya here is
Hey.
wide.
yes.
This
This is what I was looking for.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
well, Terry doesn't have the limits that Terry did. That's why
Yeah.
she's a lot more. I'll say venturous.
Well, they
No,
put it
no,
on each
Sonya,
other,
I'm
honey.
saying it's
Yeah.
Sonya.
Oh,
It's not
Sonya
that-
is
Right.
Sonya's
is
having
more-
fun. So
They are
yeah,
putting it
Sonya is
down.
more
Yeah.
open.
yes.
Yep. She's more open, and she's just like, she caught me off guard. I'm like, okay, Sonya? Really? Yeah, she
Mhm.
wide open. I'm telling you, she has turned Terry out. I hate that when women say that, but I have to say it. She has turned Terry upside down, inside
Yeah,
out.
she getting it in, that's for
She
sure.
can't
But
even, man.
what I also like is that we get to see Terry as an alpha.
Mm.
Yeah.
We saw glimpses of it, but now we really get to see it, and how Sonya is okay with that, and
Mm.
how Terry also recognizes that there are times when I need to let her lead,
Mm-hmm.
and so she'll step back and let Sonya be the aggressor
Mm-hmm.
in the bedroom. But let's not get it twisted. Terry is on point when it comes to that. She goes after it, and I'm like, okay, all right, sis.
So is Sonya. Sonya is so aggressive. I'm like,
Yes.
whoa. It's just from the book. I am completely floored because she
Yes.
is so aggressive, and I'm thinking, wow, okay.
love
And
it.
she does it, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna put this on your mind. So no matter who the hell you may be,
Well,
you're gonna remember me, and
Right.
that is, she's like she's put that
exactly.
stamp all
Sonya was-
over her. Yeah.
Sonya
Right.
was on a mission. I mean,
Yes.
we saw it in some of those episodes where she went to the mall and got her little,
Yes.
got her outfit.
Red dress suit.
got-
Yep.
Yeah, honey.
She got, she
Mhm.
knew what she had to do.
Yes.
Yep.
And I was glad that Dana stepped back and you wrote another character for her. I like
Dana
that.
didn't have a chance after her and Faux Terry got together.
He's
Yeah.
like, I ain't
After that
seen you in
scene
2
in
days.
San Diego,
Huh?
whatever they were, after she went to the house the first time, that
Yeah.
first night, oh
Yeah.
no, that was a wrap.
It
That
was all over but the shout.
Yep.
instinct.
It
was
was over. Once first time her and Faux Terry got together, It was over.
Yes.
It was over after
Yeah,
that.
it was over.
They ain't had a chance if Sonia never went to LA. If
Right.
Sonia never,
Yeah.
saw, if Fo Terry kept acting like she was in the beginning, and
Right.
her and Sonia never hooked up, Sonia
Right.
and Dana
Yeah.
would have had something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she
Yeah.
got down there and Sonia they turned it out
had
where
a
I'm like,
mission.
okay.
Sonia did that on purpose. She had a mission.
She did.
She had
Yep, she did.
Hey, I don't blame her. I was proud of her.
You was
Okay.
proud of her.
I was proud of her.
Yeah,
Because you know that's my girl anyway. And she let us know I'm not the little passive queen that you think I am.
she's not.
Right.
She
She
never
went after it.
could if she stood up to her mom and moved 2,500 miles away to go to school.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
She was
Yeah.
never a passive person.
But the act that seduction,
Yeah, she
Yeah, she was not. She
do?
seduced.
what to do.
she knew what
She
to do.
seduced her.
And
Yeah.
Terry was
seduced
on
her.
it from then on. The flowers, the
Yep.
bathtub. She was like, "Oh, sis, I know what this is about."
LED
Come on.
lights,
Yeah.
LED candles, and everything.
Mhm. I don't care who outside. It's
Yep.
me and you. Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, but
And
when she
don't, I
checked her
mean,
about
waking you
Sean,
up.
Huh?
Yeah.
remember when Terry checked her about Sean and say, "Oh, is he still mad?" I'm like, "Damn, she getting her memory back." I'm like,
That's what I told
snap."
T. That's what I told T. I said, wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I was going to end the I did actually end the episode, but I was like, nah, I'll go ahead and release the other one. I was going to let y'all sit with that for a minute.
You
I
know what?
didn't need to. I was like on it. I was like, yes, this is what I've been
But like
waiting
you said,
on.
that
This
argument that she had with him,
Yeah,
that kind of,
it was
you know,
stress.
through that, and so we can
Yep.
see
It
that
was
she doesn't
stress.
like conflict.
Yeah,
That's stress. Yeah,
it was
that. So
stress.
that kicked her.
So
Yeah.
that gives you an idea of how she actually gets her memory back. Something
Yeah.
dramatic and stressful happens between her and Sonia.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look, and if Jazz has her way, that's another thing Son's gonna have to worry about.
What
I'm
you
like,
say?
here we go,
Jazz.
another heifer.
Yes,
Here we go.
we're gonna see that in the next episode for Sunday. Yeah,
Here we go.
Jazz. Oh my,
Yeah.
she's like, she's a goddess. So she is a brick house, and she knows it. She can sing and dance. So,
But it's in here.
huh?
This love is real. It's in the heart.
Yeah.
You can do it with your body all you want to, but
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
connection
Yeah,
is
but
undeniable.
but the problem is this is Fo Terry, so she's new
Right.
to the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She understands the
So she-
connection, but she's still
Yeah.
like a teenager. She still
she's-
want to get her groove on.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like a teenager. So Jazz and Chelsea, when they go on the road,
There's gonna be all threesome.
They getting buck wild.
Everything. Yeah.
well, I'm not gonna tell. So, but
Yeah.
we'll get to see that in the next episode here because they're gonna go to the grill. And
Okay.
Terry doesn't know that Jazz can sing. She knows she's a very good dancer, but
Oh, hell.
her, Grace and Terry get up there, and Sonia's gonna be like, "What the?"
Yeah. Yeah. It's
But
gonna be
Sonya
all.
don't hold
and
back
Terry-
either.
No,
and
she
Sonya
don't.
gonna listen.
No, she
She gonna
don't.
be like, listen, I'm not putting up with this shit this
Yeah,
time. You
yeah.
get the hell
Angie.
on.
Huh?
What the freak was up with Mike? I wanted to punch him in his throat. I'm like, you there with another woman and you gonna be squeezing up on Terry?
Yeah,
I wanted they punch him in his throat.
Cut the food, didn't he?
this is Mike.
Yeah.
No, this is Mike. Mike was in love with Terry for a long time.
Okay, but you know what? That's over. You got a new woman
Yeah.
you dating.
Yeah.
And you just gonna
Yeah.
disrespect her too? Really?
That'd have been a wrap right there. I can't actually because
Oh, right.
to me, if you did this
Right.
in front of me,
In front of
see,
me.
I'm like, oh, dude, in front of. I'm
Right.
thinking like, dude, will you let her go? Let her go.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I
He
would have
was- that
walked
was
out. It
totally
was like, nah.
disrespectful. Yeah, that was disrespectful, big
That
time.
was disrespectful.
Himself. in
Yes,
the-
indeed.
He
He would have
lost
got
himself.
punched in his throat.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
sir.
He's in a doghouse.
No, babe. He would have been in the outhouse.
Well, you know,
You know, I don't disrespect my partners, my friends. If I have an issue with you, we gonna discuss that in private. But if you want to act a fool, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Because you ain't gonna get to do that in my face. That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
They
everybody saw it.
Right.
Yeah.
In front of everyone.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Sonya checked her though. Sonya checked her
Yeah.
at when she got her home.
Of course.
Yeah.
Laura hasn't said anything to Mike in public. So she'll do what she needs to do, but they're just freshly, they're just a new couple. So they're fresh.
Even still. When you a new couple, you trying to impress me.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can be an old couple.
He hasn't seen Terry in a long time. And so
that matters.
Well, it matters to it matters to him. It matters to him. So hey, this is Mike. This is what Mike did,
Yeah, and see, and it's right, and that's how he is towards her. And again, all those years, now she doesn't have him. So of course they're sentimental, but you, even though you saw her, you were still there with somebody else.
You give her a church hug.
You should have had enough restraint. Yeah, you should. He went a little bit overboard with it. He took a little step too far.
Church hug,
most folks would have been like, excuse me, hold up, Playboy.
Right.
Let me holler at you right quick.
Right.
Yeah, that he went a little too far with that.
Exactly.
So. Yeah. He went a little too far with that.
And Terry, I get it.
That's the same. That's the same thing. What if Aaron did something like that in front of Ted? It would be, I would say, the same thing. It wouldn't be any different. And even though they had a sexual relationship, Mike didn't even get a chance to hit it. So he don't even, so you were really on the deep end.
Right.
So
it's like, dude, that's why I can't stand him. I can't stand him. I can't stand Aaron. I still don't like Aaron.
Me either. I don't like Aaron either.
That happened. No, I don't like that happen.
I didn't. Aaron is one of my least favorite characters because she knew she chased Terry, and you put your stuff in a situation because you knew if somebody tells you this person is my soulmate, this is my person. Now, to me, I know you said I fell in love, all of that. If it's physical and you want to keep it on that, go ahead. But to fall in love with someone who's told you, you will always just be a piece of, know, and that's
you my jump off, boo. You my number two. Okay. I'm hitting
it. She played that role and kept pursuing it, thinking she was going to change her mind until she got to the point to realize she's never going to change. She's never going to choose me. So let me move on. So, and that's what she did. So she realized nothing was going to happen.
Right. You just getting sex, Yeah, she loves you. But there is a difference between loving somebody and somebody being your soulmate. That's on a different level. And it's like, no, once I hear that word, soulmate, my person, bang, move on. Move on. Because at this
they were
point,
young
you
and they were
like
enjoying themselves. Young, enjoying themselves, having fun. That's all they, because she knew it was never going to become anything at all.
Right.
At all.
And Ted too.
Like Ted. Ted too. I don't like Ted. He's another. I don't like Ted because Ted knew, especially on that cruise, he knew better. He knew better.
And his brother outed him. He said, "Oh yeah, I know what kind of tip he on." So,
he should have known. And she just got married. I mean, that made it even worse. Yeah, I could have cut Ted's throat when he was down there on that cruise. I'm telling you,
girl.
Yeah, he was out of order, Jack.
Right. See,
that's why Sonny was so pissed.
You could tell they got money because they don't act like real people that ain't got no money. Okay. Because we back in the day, we weren't gonna have that.
Yeah.
Me and my girls would have turned it out.
Yes, sir.
Turned it out. You mess with one, you mess with all of us.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that he was so out of line, and Sonia had every reason to
Yep.
be upset.
Right.
And then when Terry told me, oh, don't just stay at the hotel one more night. See, I thought then, I thought, oh, here it comes, here it
Right.
comes. That's supposed to get, because I thought
Right.
Sonia was gonna raise the roof up in there. She said
Terry
what
should
she
have
had to
been
say,
so
but
mad that she would have been like, you know what? This ain't working for me. You planned this whole thing instead of cuddling up in a cabana, falling asleep with a blanket, looking at the stars. She should have been turning him out. Talking about, you planned
yeah,
this. You know I'm married. You disrespected
yeah,
me. You disrespected my wife. You get over there,
right.
and I'm gonna be over here.
That's right.
But she
That's
didn't
right.
do that.
She didn't do it. She
So
didn't do it.
Bo
So
Terry
she was
would
to
have done it.
blame.
I
She
see.
was to
I like
blame.
Bo Terry.
Well,
I
Terry,
do too. I do
Bo
too.
Terry knew how to apologize. Bo
Yeah.
Terry knew how to say, you know what, I get it.
yeah.
You know, this Terry played games with you. But
Yeah.
I don't understand how
Well,
she did that,
well,
because you're beautiful and smart and funny and all that. She
yeah,
got it.
yeah, but Terry has two things going for her. One, she hasn't been traumatized. Two,
Correct.
she's got a little
Right.
key. That she's got a little cheat code.
Yeah, she reading the diary and all that.
She's reading that
The
diary.
diary.
Yeah.
So she's getting a little insight on what Sonia does like and doesn't like. So she knows
Right.
what to do.
But that's what you do when you love somebody too. You know, you pay attention.
Well, Terry is the one who paid attention because she wrote it down.
She
So
wrote it down, but she didn't go, she didn't
but
tell.
she's damaged. Y'all keep forgetting
Yeah,
that woman is
yeah.
damaged.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, but you know what though,
She
T? You
still
know
should have went
something?
off on Ted though.
You know
for
what,
real.
T? And you know what? And yes, she is. But at some point, that can no longer be the excuse for the
Have
things that
you
she
met
say and do.
somebody like that? Have you met somebody at one point they're cool and they can walk through life like they haven't been traumatized? I don't know anybody like that. I don't know anybody.
Well,
Me back.
no. What I'm saying is,
Me back.
everybody's
Well, how old
journey
are
is
you?
different. Everyone has a past,
Right.
but at
She's
some
still-
point,
She's
at
still
some
young.
point,
She's not. She's
right?
barely 30 years old. Think back
Yeah,
when
but
you were barely
again,
30 years old. You know, you're
again,
trying to get your
at
footing.
at some
It
point,
should have been
She
cut
that
did.
can
out.
no longer
She
be the
did.
excuse.
She did
It
at
can no
some
longer
point.
be.
She did at
Yeah.
some point in book 2. She's right. And she's what, in her 30s? At book
Yeah.
2, what y'all want Terry to be, she is. But
Yeah,
until
she turned
then,
she got better
right,
over
she
time.
got better. She
But I
had
didn't
help.
like the Ted piece though.
Well, you know, Ted is Ted. But
Ted
Terry,
was a
No,
dog.
Yeah,
Ted was a
Ted was
dog.
dog, but see, Terry put herself in the situation.
Ted is a guy who thinks, his shit don't stink. So,
Absolutely.
Right.
so
That's
he
why she
always-
should
so
have cussed
she-
him out
she
and made him
should've-
Yeah.
spend the night by himself on that beach.
She should have, but fast forward. Let's
But
fast
I think Terry likes that attention, and she liked the
She-
attention
no.
from him.
Well, yes,
And
she-
anybody else that would give it to her.
because that's what something she lacked. When her parents died, she didn't have that attention. So that was something Terry lacked until she
Yeah.
got herself together. So through books 1 through 2, part 1, part 2, book 2.
Yeah.
At the end of book 2, Terry finally, got it together. But it took her all that long. I mean, hell,
Yeah.
something else happened to her. So it took her all that long to
Yeah.
finally, come to terms with everything that happened to her and
Right.
to accept her wife and to embrace her like she truly wanted to. That's why
Right.
the diary is so key, because Terry loved Sonia and she wrote it down. She didn't want to be the way she was. So she was seeking
yeah.
help.
I love
she
the
was
diary
seeking
piece.
help.
That was brilliant.
Yeah, she was seeking help. She didn't want to be that way. She was seeking help. And she stopped
And
writing.
that's how fake Terry is so skilled up, because she
Right.
read that diary,
Right.
and she can come in, and
Right.
it don't take much.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
she didn't
Yeah.
came on in and
Yeah.
everything. But
Yeah.
what has happened? She probably read that and said, "Hey, you know what? I'm lonely." Like she said, I like the attention
Exactly.
that Sonya shows. She
Exactly.
was not expecting to be to feel the way she's feeling. I think
No.
that
Right,
she was
right,
coming in
No.
it.
At
right.
first, it
I
was
don't
a
think that she
lonely.
expected that.
It
Yeah.
was
At first,
loneliness.
it was a lonely thing
Yep, it was loneliness.
till
Yep,
they actually met. Well,
Mhm.
yep.
met again, and
Right.
Sonia
They
put on her
connected.
seduction.
But
Sonia
they
Yep.
was,
connected too. She
yeah,
felt
they
something
connected. Yeah,
because
they
she mentions
connected.
about Andre. I mean, if she
Yeah,
was physical with Andre,
yeah,
but she
but it
didn't
wasn't.
feel it.
She didn't
Right.
feel it. I mean, she felt it, but
Yeah.
not like she
Sexually, but
did.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about heart.
yeah, she not like she did with Sonia because of
Right.
that connection. And so that
Correct.
was
Yeah.
something surprising to her.
Right.
She at first she was just gonna, hang out with Sonia because she was lonely. But
Hmm.
Yeah. Somebody
when
her
they
age.
met,
Yeah.
when they met and touched, she felt that connection right then when she opened that car door. She
Smell
felt
Right.
that vanilla
kind of
on
back.
that red jumpsuit.
Yeah, yeah.
It
And
was over.
Sonia scent, vanilla,
Yeah.
uh, and she started to notice what Terry wrote about Sonia,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And
She
she
was
was like,
gone,
yeah.
and the
After
sex
that,
game that Sonya brought. Sonya brought her A game.
She
Sonia
sure
A
brought her
did.
B
I
A
was
C
so
game.
proud of
game.
my girl. I know what
Sonia
to do.
brought.
I was too.
She knew she was doing. She was like, she ain't gonna ignore me this time.
Right. Right.
She
This is my
came.
wife. I want her
Yeah,
to understand for
yeah,
better or
Listen
for
to all
worse.
you sisters out there.
yeah.
When you trying to get with someone, bring your A game. Step it
Yes.
up.
Yes.
Step
Yes,
it up.
yes.
Yes.
Sonia brought her A game, right?
She
Hmm.
did.
She was
She
ready.
did.
She was
Hmm.
ready.
She
That's
And
did.
what you
She
do.
did.
mm-hmm. And
And she, because
and
when she went,
Sonia didn't know she
even
had
Dana
that
said it.
connection with Faux Terry either. So she
Right.
was
Even
surprised.
Dana said it. Dana said, "Oh wow, you went shopping." She got Tara's
Yeah.
favorite color, red,
Yeah. She was like,
Yeah.
red
Terry
costume,
And
color
you know
was
that's
everything.
hot
red.
anyway.
Yeah.
Had that
Yeah,
convertible. I'm like, go
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah. Red.
yeah. She did. She brought her A game, boy. She brought her A
Yeah.
I
game.
was so proud.
I said, I was too. You're like a proud mother. Like, look at my baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've been waiting on this one.
yeah.
Yeah.
She
Hmm.
sure did. That was probably the best part because we're seeing also a side of Sonya
Yes.
that she's in her heart is. I don't think Sonya's heart is in too much into Faux Terry like it is. Of course, it's not going to be, but it's like it's a part of her that is holding back because
Yeah.
she knows this is not my wife.
Right.
Now I'm gonna enjoy it,
Right.
but
But I
it's
think
like a part of her
she
is
has a duo. She has a
yeah,
dual message. She feels like, okay,
yes,
yes, this is filling a void in my life right now,
Right.
but
yeah,
maybe through all of this, Terry will start to remember.
Mm.
And
yes.
she
I think
is.
so
So
too.
you
Yeah,
think
I
so?
think so too. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what triggered it was her confrontation with Sean. I mean,
Yes,
she
it
is
did.
remembering little things Terry is shining through, but that confrontation with Sean,
Mhm.
that did, that got her so riled up.
Right.
Yes.
She
Right.
remembered that, Sean was mad because of the boat. She remembered
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Right. I
So
But
almost
you know
fell out
what?
my
I would
chair.
say this
yeah,
though. I would.
Sonia saw her wife in that moment, and
Hey,
so she
she
was
sure
like,
Yeah, she
did.
did.
and
And
her
she.
answer,
But
she
you
was
know,
like,
one of the
"Oh
things.
my God." Mm-hmm.
At first I did not like Fake Terry because she just,
You
Right.
but I
didn't like
understood
who?
everything. But one of
Right. When she first
the,
lost her memory, I didn't like
yeah,
her.
the Fake Terry, I was like, come on, really? But you know
Yeah.
what? One of the things I've noticed with her is this: when she sees that something upsets Sonya or aggravates her, or irritates her, she does everything she can to try to correct it. And
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that, like even when Sonya got
Yeah.
a little jealous, she said, I read
Yeah.
in the book, but she doesn't. She comes back and she tries
Right.
to make up for it
Yep.
right away. And it reminds you of the actual Terry, how Terry's like,
Yes.
okay, I'm aware of my wife. And so that's why I said when I started reading I said, wow. I said, she's really paying attention, even though I know
Yep.
that, what happened in the book, how she ended up with somebody. I understand. But now it's like she's really
Put her rings back on.
attentive.
Yeah.
Put a ring and still
What
wearing
did
it.
y'all think about that when she put those rings on?
I told you.
I
was
Yeah.
blown away. I was so proud.
Yeah,
I
me
was
too.
blown away. I was like,
She's
okay,
still
Terry.
wearing them. Still wearing them.
Yeah, she
Still
wears them,
wearing them.
but she doesn't wear them when she performs. But
Around her
Right.
neck, so
Yeah,
they're
around her
still,
neck. Yeah.
close to her.
So she's
Yeah.
still
Herself.
wearing them.
Yeah, she still
Yeah.
got them. She's
Mhm.
still got them. But I liked how
Yeah.
Ann questioned her. She was like,
Yeah.
putting on those rings means something. She was like, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I know.
she's being an 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old person.
Mhm.
But I also think that, like she said, I think she is falling for her.
Yeah.
And right now, because
Definitely.
she's, huh?
I said, oh, definitely. She definitely loves Sonia. She's
Yeah.
falling in love with her. Because how could you
Yeah,
not? Right?
Yeah. How could
Somebody
she
like
not?
Sonia,
Yeah, you're right.
and it's her soulmate, so how could she not? But she's
Yeah,
still
that's it.
she's still learning the world, though. That's the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
She hasn't lived, and on the tour, she's gonna live, right? With especially with jazz. So they're gonna get into a little have a little fun.
Right. They're on tour life.
Yeah,
it's like Vegas. What goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Stays in Vegas.
On
But
the
if you know
tour,
when Sonia
stay on
finds
the
out,
tour.
it's gonna be a wrap, because she's gonna say, listen.
Well, this next episode, we're gonna have a problem. Because Jazz is gonna hang out with them, right? And they're going to the grill,
Oh, right. And they go sing and
sing.
doing what, but Terry dealt with Grace
gonna
singing
like
with
that.
her.
Well, they're buddies, right? Grace ain't trying to get with Terry.
Right.
True.
And see, Terry craves attention, so now anyone that's really showing it, it's gonna be I can already when you introduce Chelsea and Jazz, I said, oh, here we go, because I'm thinking like, oh, here we go, because I'm thinking fake Terry is like Terry during that age time frame, the 20 when she was 20, 21 years old, and we know Terry was, hey, do what she had to handle up business.
He was wilding out.
So now, so that's why I figured, oh, here we go. But see, this time, Sonia is going to be like, listen, I ain't going to have no fake MF cheat on me. You can get that.
Thank you. Thank you.
What you going to say.
I ain't going to deal with this, too.
No, she said, that's too far now. I take stuff, but somebody that's not even real, oh, hell no.
And we still waiting on Zion to show his scrawny behind,
Yeah.
Because he the same thing, ain't got no boundaries.
Oh,
disrespect.
Zion don't have no backbone. He's a user,
Right, that's what I'm saying. So we're still waiting on him to show up.
He's trying to get
He's trying to get ahead.
He's trying to come up.
But what do we think Jazz is doing? And Chelsea and Sam.
Chelsea doesn't want Terry. Chelsea.
No, I'm talking about trying to get ahead.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Especially Jazz. Jazz can right?
You can see that coming.
I saw that from the beginning. I thought, oh, here we go, Sonya. You may as well back on up. You can't knock at Dana's door now, because Dana's door is locked and closed.
I'm loving it.
Dana and Isabel.
Yeah.
Double boat. You can
Thank you for writing that character. I was glad about that, because Dana seemed to be stand up.
She ain't gonna play. She don't play none of them games.
But I liked it in that she did back away. She said, okay, but I'm gonna stand around just in case something happened.
Yeah.
But she did respect it.
Them, when they went on that trip and she saw how they interacted with each other, she knew then, I'm fighting a losing battle.
Over.
There's nothing. I cannot game over. Hey, call it a day. And I think that she backed on up and backed off, even though she may have tried to hang around, and she probably would have hit it. Hey, like, you gonna bring it in and drop it off, I'm gonna sure take it. But
right.
I don't think that she knew then that she had no chance.
Right.
No chance.
Yep.
And see, Sean he's hot, boy. He's pissed. He's pissed, boy. He is pissed because he's like, no, you know, you playing her and you got her
Yeah.
thinking this. But I don't think that.
Here we go with
But
Sean.
Sonya is not thinking it.
Hmm.
Sonya is not thinking it like, you know, this is like I said, this is a new Sonya. This is not the one that we used to reading about.
Right.
Right.
She's not caught up on fake Terry like she like when she was with Terry. She's not.
Right.
I think she's
Well,
enjoying
she's
herself
a little older,
and
and she knows, you know, she knows what happened with Terry. But you know,
yeah.
she, she already mad about that, so she ain't putting up with it twice. No.
Right.
No, no, that's why I
Right.
can't wait till she cuts Terry out. Well, I'm ready for that one. Fake Terry.
She
Right.
Come
like,
on, Terry.
she was like,
Rip
oh,
her to
this ain't gonna
shreds.
be a repeat. I ain't putting up with that.
I can't wait
That's
till
what
she
I
cuts
said.
her out.
Huh?
You
It's
know,
bad
because
enough.
she was getting
Oh,
ready to
acting
go
a
off on
fool.
Andre.
Oh, but
Yeah.
the fight between her after Zion, and see, y'all didn't see that, but the fight between her and Terry, faux Terry after Zion, it's not going to be good.
Okay.
And you know what? And I'm glad you did because
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, to be honest with you, the way Terry she woke up and then the man sitting in the chair like, get him out of here. I mean, it's like, okay, fine. But then that was just like that was it, and that you went home and y'all were just basically back on point. And I kept thinking, I said, wait a
It
minute now.
worked though.
Wait a
It
minute.
worked though.
But
Terry
yeah,
took 30
well,
days.
No, it didn't work
yeah,
because she
but that
wouldn't
no,
see her for 3 weeks.
Right. They
yeah,
worked.
but that
They worked.
that ain't long
But
enough.
huh?
That's not. Let me tell you something. Now, come on. If again, the question that I asked you, if put yourself in that situation, do you
Right.
honestly think that most people would say, okay, I know that you've been with this guy. I've seen you over everything, so I know you having sex with this man. We got all that. Now, and you understand that this person is not who you truly know because they don't have their memory. So you got to just deal with what has happened. But to know this, you're not just gonna wake up and just say, hey, you know what? Even 30 days, no, it's gonna take some time. We're gonna have to slide it. But
It
they
it
did
did.
they,
It did take her some time. When her
30 days, no time. That ain't enough time.
well,
Uh-uh.
well,
You
there's
just
some
walk
things
back in.
true. I mean, it did take her some time. And then even when she and Sonia met up, when she went to the hotel, she was like, you know, you got your work. They didn't jump right into it. You know, they didn't
Yeah,
jump
but
right
it
into
should
it.
have been the way the story is now is because I know that you cannot say you know what I can just let it be. You will have to say something. You're gonna have to
Right.
say something. And it's like they to me, from everything I remember reading, they just never really dealt with that part of it. I
Right.
know Sonya, that's
And
why Sonya
She
ended up
just
going to
got,
therapy
she
because she
just said, let's get a
and,
house and let's move on with our lives and let's
and
have a
that's what I'm
baby.
saying. I mean, after a stranger in a mirror, I'm
Okay.
definitely gonna make some changes.
Okay.
I
that's
said
good.
that.
See, we
Because
got
see,
to,
I'm
yeah.
this is what I want. This is what I'm thinking.
definitely.
First of all, we are experiencing this connection. We're having mind-blowing sex, and you still gonna go out there and knock boots with this man,
Right.
you know,
But that
and so
situation, yeah.
and get pregnant, and you know, you're gonna disregard the connection that we
She
have.
doesn't disregard it though. That's what I'm telling you. I'm changing the scenario. She does.
Okay.
That's where that fight comes in. You know, she doesn't disregard it, but you know what happened. We'll see. You know,
Okay.
we'll
But if
see
she
what
slept
happened.
with Jazz, it's the same thing. It doesn't make any difference if it's Jazz
What
is
you
fine.
say? What you say?
She gonna
If
sleep with Jazz?
if she sleeps with Jazz,
She doesn't sleep with Jazz.
She doesn't?
Oh,
Oh, we just
we
gonna
don't
see
know.
Jazz try to go seduce her and go after her.
Jazz is going to try to go after her, but no,
Okay.
her one indiscretion is Zion.
And Andre, she didn't have intercourse, but
Oh,
she did oral, and oral
But she
is
told her.
intercourse.
But she did tell her. She did tell her though,
She
and so
did
Sonya
yeah,
tell
knows
her
now.
that, though.
she
So
told
she
her.
said he
Yeah,
introduced me to that. So because
yeah,
technically she was basically a virgin in her mind.
yes,
So she
Right.
did tell Sonya. I
yeah,
was
Yeah.
glad that was written in there because,
Right.
and that tells you also how she's feeling about Sonya
right,
because she shared something. She didn't have to say anything.
Right.
Right.
She
And
did
she
say
said
that.
it, and she
Oh,
told her,
she
and
did.
she told her.
She did.
Right.
That's what I'm
Yep, she
saying.
told,
The
she told her.
situation with Zion is going to change, right?
I like
Yeah,
Folk
okay.
Terry.
Huh?
I
I do
like
too.
Folk
I
Terry.
like Folk Terry. I do
I
too.
didn't like her.
This I like this Folk Terry. I didn't like it when she
This one,
first
yeah.
lost her memory.
She, she was angry and she was
I
like,
get all that, but I
Right.
like this
Yeah.
Folk Terry.
I didn't like her. So this
I
one
didn't like
here
her
is,
either.
this one here is because I think this one is, she's more open and she's learned, like you said, she's all seen
learning.
some things. She's seen how her parents interact
Yeah, she's
Right.
and
Right.
everything. And I like the way, like I said, when she knows she's slighted Sonya some kind of way or hurt her, how she goes so overboard to try to make up.
Right.
That's what I'm like, because that's how
I
Terry
love
used to
that.
do. And so that's why I like it, because she's willing to take that. Hey, I know, like when Sonya, when I read it, everything, how you're angry and your jealousy and stuff,
Yeah.
and she just, rolls
Mhm.
right on with it and try to,
She
soothe
seems a
her
little bit
and
more
whatever.
empathetic to me towards
Exactly.
Sonya.
That's the word. That's the word. That's the
Right.
word.
And the other
She
Terry
does.
was like,
She
I'm
does.
damaged. I'm hurt. You should understand that. You
Yeah.
know, and this Terry is not doing that. She says,
No,
I
she's
hurt
not
you.
damaged.
Let me
And
fix
she's
it.
not hurt. She don't have to do that. And she has a God.
I get it. I get it.
And
But
she
this
has
is
a
what I
God.
like.
Right. And she has the thing is, she hasn't met up against any adversity. Terry
I get it.
had any and then she's
She
had
had her heart broken by Andre, remember? Andre broke her heart because
please.
that's why she ran off.
That was puppy.
Then
That's why she got the
I'm
hell
gonna
out
tell
of
you
Dodge.
right now. We talking about them. I'm gonna tell you who I ain't feeling right now. Pete's ass. You know why? Because Pete works for her. What you mean? I got to hurry up and I can't have sex with my wife, whoever she is, because I got to meet him for a run. Guess what? You work for me. If I'm late,
Yeah.
deal with it. I can spend this
Terry
time.
has a schedule that she needs to keep. This is tour. She's on tour. She has a schedule.
No, this is before she went on tour. They running.
They are on tour right now.
All I'm having to say, if she decides not to run, it should be okay because she's spending time doing what she want to do. You work for me.
It should be okay.
Sound like a hater, didn't he?
But
He
Terry
sound
is
like he
currently
hating.
on tour and she has deadlines.
He hating. He ain't her manager. He's her bodyguard. You don't get to say that.
He can say whatever he wants.
Okay?
But
you shouldn't have that much authority over me.
Terry has a schedule that she needs to keep.
He's the bodyguard, not the manager. Let CJ call her and say, boo, you can't be late.
CJ,
but if she want to spend a few extra minutes with Sonya and not run at all, that should be okay with him.
Leave Pete alone.
He is not her manager. He is her bodyguard. And you do what I say.
Anyway,
I'm gonna spend this time with her.
She wanted to stay though. She did
up.
want to stay. You can tell she wanted to stay. She was like, she looked over there at her and she looks like, okay. But she said, listen, I need to get in shape. And Sonya,
she got
and see, Sonya is always
she can run 4 miles instead of 12.
Yep. Okay. All that frustration. That's why.
She getting plenty of exercise now, baby. She don't need that run.
Terry is focused. She wants to do a good job because she feels like she's living in the shadows of Terry. So she's
I get that. I get all that. But Pete shouldn't have that kind of authority.
And that's why she's
more angry what Pete does then.
Pete shouldn't have that authority. That's why they have managers.
That's why the fake Terry is doing so much because she knows she's in Terry's shadow, especially when it comes to Sonya.
Right.
And she's going overboard to make sure, like, look, hey, I know how this person did. I gotta step up my and you know, and you can tell also too where her mind is at that point as far as the age wise. It's like, okay, I gotta really, impress this person and stuff.
Right.
I'm not saying that we don't think about that at our age, but it doesn't mean that much to us like if when we were younger, because now we know certain things that we can do that we don't have to go all the way to the ends of the earth for. And that's what Terry is not. She's learning it.
Right.
So she's putting it all out there. That's why I say I this one right here, I like her because
I like her.
Yeah, she's putting it out there, man. She's putting it out. She's really trying, and she's gonna make mistakes and slip up. but she is really trying right now. I know what's gonna happen, but she is really, really trying to do,
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah.
right
You're
thing
gonna like
by
her
her.
when Zion
She's
happens.
so accommodating.
Yes.
You still
Huh?
gonna like her after Zion?
You know
Well, we'll
what? I
see.
will.
We'll
Let
see
me
what
tell you.
happens.
Well, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because even though they are together, you just said I love you and all this kind of stuff, and
Snake in the grass.
we don't know what happens. What happens? Does something happen
Right.
that makes her go towards him more?
Right.
Does she get scared? I mean, so all those
Right.
things. I
Right.
can give you a little bit of the benefit of the doubt in your current situation because you're not technically responsible for all your actions, but did something happen why she ended up with Zion and then
Right.
decide to just, cheat on son regardless? I mean, did something happen? And so, I mean, I'm holding out hope that, maybe something
We
kind of
kind of
pushed
get
her
a
in
glimpse
that
of it when she
direction.
hugged Mike, remember? She
Oh,
Yes.
eased into the hug. She
yes.
liked the way he
Because I've never had that.
smelled.
So thank you. And she don't have that. So now
Yeah.
I've been with a
Mhm.
chick. So let me see what it is to be.
She
So
likes
this could,
tall, dark, handsome men. That's her
Right.
weakness.
yeah, that's
Right.
what Sonia said. That's what
Yeah.
Sonia said. So
Yeah.
I think that
Mhm.
guy's telling her
He's gonna-
everything because,
yeah.
like you said,
Yeah.
Right.
Zion trying to move up. He don't care. He's gonna do what he gotta do.
He gonna do
And
what
it's
he gotta
away
do.
from Terry. I mean,
Yeah.
Sonia.
Well, to Zion,
Yep.
it's sight unseen because he's never met Terry. I mean, he's never met Sonia.
Yeah.
Right.
He knows
He
she's
wasn't going to
And
respect it
yeah.
anyway.
not gonna
Ted
respect
met
it.
Sonia and didn't respect it. He wasn't going to respect it because some men just don't like to believe that women can love and be better partners than they can.
Mm,
It's just how
Yeah.
some men think.
mm.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on
You
that.
know, for real.
And a
You
lot
know,
of
men, there's
guys
some
are.
men that think they can do oral. Nah, not when you've been with a woman.
Well, I will say this. There's a lot of men that can.
Yeah, there's a few. But for the
There's a lot of them, Jack.
the majority think all they can do is use their tool and that'll be enough.
Well, look,
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you. Look,
That's
I'm gonna tell you what
sad.
someone told me when I was 21 years old. He said I might be weak in the sheets. No, I'm weak in the hips, but strong in the lips.
Uh-oh.
Keep
All
that in
right now.
mind. All right.
Okay.
so it,
Well,
you know,
he had
the
to
thing
then.
is,
He had to.
exactly. You see
But
what I'm
some of
saying?
these
See,
long
that's
daddies
the
ain't thinking
main
that way.
problem with most men don't because they don't feel that they have to. I don't have to
Exactly.
use that. And
Right.
that is the thing. So when you find a man who is willing to say, hey, you know, whatever it takes, I'm
Right.
willing to put in the work, there you
Right.
go.
Yeah.
There you go. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But that male ego ain't gonna allow it. So
Yeah.
That's seduction that Zion concocts. So we'll see what happens.
okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I don't
Yeah,
like him
yeah.
already, so it ain't gonna matter what he does
Well,
because I don't
because
like
of
him from the
him.
books.
Yeah, because of him, everything else happens. So
Right.
Yeah, everything else.
Exactly.
And the thing is, so and you ask yourself, now you knew she didn't have her memory, so you knew
Right.
everybody told you that she was married, but you didn't care because you,
Right.
like you say, you were coming up, you trying to get your
he's trying
career
to come up
going,
on the come up.
Right.
come up on the
Right.
come up, and that's what he did.
Right.
So so when she told you get the hell out of my, you
Kick
Mhm.
rocks.
couldn't get mad. So
Right.
why are you angry?
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
you knew. She didn't know, but you knew. And see,
That's
that's the
right.
whole point with him. If someone says, well, she can't be responsible for something, okay, I can get that. But he
Right.
knew.
That's right.
And see, like Ann and everybody, he going around, everybody knows him and seeing him and they're
Right.
associating with him. Because, of course, they're a couple, and I can you imagine? Can you
I can't
imagine? You got to,
imagine.
like, Sonya she almost had a nervous breakdown. I'm telling
Right.
you, she did. Can you
Yeah.
imagine
She
you
did.
sitting there and
Yeah.
somebody
She was
everything
devastated.
online?
But
Yeah.
those circumstances are going to change a bit. And
Okay.
Joyce wasn't down for it. Joyce was
No, she wasn't.
No,
I'm
Joyce
team
didn't.
Joyce
Yeah,
all
she
the way,
wasn't.
babe.
Joyce
I
wasn't.
love Joyce.
She was telling Ann off. She wasn't. She was like, "What are you doing? You're just
Exactly.
letting her do whatever because y'all didn't raise her. You
Right.
Yeah, see, Anne felt
tried to
that
make
guilt,
up.
and so she said,
Yeah,
yeah,
and still feels guilty about what happened.
Trying to win her
Yeah.
love.
Trying to, yeah.
yeah.
And Terry felt like CJ and Ann loved Terry more than her. And it's
Yeah.
That's, remember they had that falling out. Sure did. Sure
and,
did.
Sure did.
and she's not far off because
Right.
they got to experience her by themselves
Right.
without
Right.
Joyce and Freddie in the middle. And CJ
Right.
Yeah.
never got to raise his little girl, and now he does,
Right.
right? And CJ
Right.
helped her, start her music career. CJ is having
And she's following him, so
all
she like, yeah,
heaven. CJ is loving
Yeah.
it. He's loving
Right.
it that
Yeah.
Terry wants to follow behind him. He
yep,
is happy go lucky. I mean, he was
Right.
happy
Yep.
already finding out Terry was his daughter, but now that Terry wants to, follow in his footsteps,
Yeah.
yeah.
laying out the red carpet. Oh,
He's on board.
He's on
100%.
board.
Yeah.
Sure is.
He's on board. And then when Terry regained her memory, he lost that. And so that's why it took
And
him
you
a
remember
minute. And Terry was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
You,
I hear
you
you.
like the other chick.
Yeah, she didn't like it. She didn't like it. So
Yeah.
Yep.
I get it.
Yep.
Definitely.
Good.
So, yes. Yep. So it'll be interesting where we go from here, for sure. I am totally enjoying it.
the stranger,
Stranger is I was asking her the other day, Donna, I said, are you going to make this a book? I said, because I'm thinking
I might.
this has to be a book.
Yeah.
This has
I
to be a
might.
book
book.
because
Yeah.
this,
On Kindle Vella, after you publish the last episode, it has to stay for 30 days. After 30 days, you can turn it into a book. So
Nice.
I'll probably do that. But we
Okay.
still got a
I
lot of
think this one,
but if I do that, then I'm just going to change a lot of book 2 then. I'm going to
Okay.
take
Yeah.
a lot of details out of it and just leave it in Stranger in the Mirror. So
yeah, and I
Okay.
think Stranger will probably be your bestseller. You know why?
why?
Because I think even though she has amnesia, but I think a lot of people can relate for different reasons. Number
Yeah.
one, you have
Yeah.
someone who started, like I said, with a fresh slate.
Yeah.
She has no past.
Yeah.
Right.
So she has no filter.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it's like when people say, if I get a do-over,
Yeah.
and it's sort of what
Yes.
she's getting that do-over. And
Right.
then those people who read, like a lot of us, we like Sonya, but we like, man, Sonya, you too giving and weak. We
Right.
don't see that now.
You're too
We see a
condescending.
totally different Sonya.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, you too caring, you too giving, you too. But then we see, damn man, Sonya gangster, so you see a
Right.
totally, and then the fake Terry, you see how she comes in, and she is, like you said, she shows empathy. So
Mhm.
it's different things that you'll see in Stranger that you don't see in any of the other books.
Okay.
And that's why I was telling my friend's sister, don't read part 2 until
Right.
you catch up with Stranger,
Yeah.
because if you read
Right.
part 2, and you go ahead and you read it, then you're gonna look at it and say, "Oh, well, she went out and did this, blah blah," and then now you got to go back, and which has been good for those of us who've already done it. So
Right.
now we see
Right.
that everything, the spaces are filled in. So
Mhm.
now we
Yes.
see. So that's why I
Yes.
think a lot of people will really enjoy it, because you have people, and the innocence of it,
Right.
and then you see all the talent and everything, and here you have a person. Because can you imagine as an adult that you got to basically start all over from scratch
Right.
almost? Because she had to learn how to walk again and everything else. So she's coming, and I'm looking at it now. She's growing up, where she's in her teenager, so now she's pretty much where she was when her and Aaron was running off together and everything. She might be a year or two past that, but you can see where she's developing into this and that, and she's trying new
Yes.
things. And like Sonya said, Terry liked her business more. She liked music, but her business was her life. But this chick here wants the bit. She likes that side of the music and
Yes.
dancing and all that kind of stuff. And so you get chance to see everything from the beginning redone, basically.
Yes.
So
Yes.
when you read parts 1, you get chance to see everything from the beginning. You see Terry with all of the
Right.
things that happened
Right.
to her. I don't want
Like
to give
an
it away to
alternate
everybody who
universe.
hasn't read it, but all the things that yeah. So it's like you get a chance to see how Terry would have actually maybe could have been if she didn't have all of that other things that happened to her.
Right.
So yeah, I think the book would do very, very well, very well.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I reread everything because I had introduced some friends to it, so I said, okay, I got to
Mhm.
reread them because they're asking me questions and stuff, and I'm like, I forgot.
Yeah.
So I had to reread everything,
Yeah.
even
I've
part
read
two,
these
even
I
part
read these
two.
books so much.
So
It's like real characters. So, I've read them so
yeah.
much.
So once I finish with Stranger, I'm gonna take a look at part 2 because
Good.
Yeah,
that's what's gonna have to change
Yeah.
because of
yeah,
because of what's happening in Stranger. So Stranger will take a place pretty much of all the first half of the last half of part 2 where she lost her memory. I'll just
yeah,
let Stranger in the Mirror answer. So I'll just
yeah,
part 2 book's probably going to change altogether the last ending of it because book two is okay because book 2 is when she finds out the ramifications of
Right.
Zion and Terry sleeping together.
Right.
So
Right.
that
yeah,
one's okay.
And then
So,
even then, she had a right to be mad.
yeah, she has a right to be mad.
yeah,
Hell.
yeah. She had it
Sonya
right
had a
because
right
see
to
that
be mad.
She had a right
every
to be
day
mad.
I have to live with that, and so it's
Yes.
bad
It's
enough
right.
Yes.
that I had to know that you did it, but now I'm
Yes.
reminded, and
Yeah.
that tells you the. But see, she went to and see another thing too. The book shows how she went to therapy
Yes, she
to
did.
get help with that, which most people don't. So
Yes,
most folks don't. They sit there mad as hell for the rest of their
mad as
life,
hell.
even though
Yeah,
they
not
decide to
deal with
stay.
it, and then
Right.
Yep.
something
Don't
happened.
deal with it. Yeah.
Yeah, but even
And the
Terry
depth
said
of her
that.
love. But the
Even,
depth of her
Yeah.
love.
I mean, she's been to counseling before because of Terry.
Right.
Yeah. Terry kept in and out of therapy, boy, over and over.
Yeah.
Don't did.
yeah. So I mean,
He
and
did.
Terry wanted them to be mentally healthy for their kids. So that's why.
Yeah.
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 Sonia,
Yeah. So
I mean, all of that stuff happened. Yeah, Sonia had a breakdown, she couldn't.
Yeah.
Right in the shower, remember?
Yeah, she did. She
Yep, sure did.
So
I still think that Shawnee should have had, after when Terry came back, I'd have been like, look, you know what? You can't just walk back up in here like this and whatever.
well,
I'm gonna get my groove on.
And
I'm
you
gonna
gonna wait
change
3 weeks to
But the
come?
thing is-
Because you got to check on your business?
But again, something changes, right? They have a big fallout. So Sonia's still pissed. We'll see.
Yeah, so now we'll see that. So now that's what
It's
I said.
going to change. So that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
The reason why Sonia was hopeful because Terry did regain her memory, but she was pissed at what Faux Terry did. And then Terry woke up and she's pissed at what Faux Terry did. So we'll get to see all of that.
Terry was pissed with Faux Tonya? I mean, Terry was pissed with Faux Terry.
Yes, Terry was
okay.
of what she did to her and her wife.
Yeah.
So she's pissed. I mean, she has a lot of shit she got to deal with, and she still feels that anger because her and Sonia broke. They fell out. So she woke up during this fallout. Well, I can't be telling y'all everything.
Okay, all right, I get it.
You know what though? Also too, and you knew that.
Well, we see it coming anyway.
She threw Zion out the room. There was no questions asked.
It's like,
can we
who
talk
the hell
about
are
it?
you?
She said, "Get the hell."
She knew who he was, but she had broken up with him a long time ago. I can't be telling you.
Yeah. Okay, don't tell us no more.
Yeah. She was like, "What the fuck you doing here?" Right?
Right.
I got it now.
He was trying to hold on.
That makes sense.
He was trying to come up.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, she was like, "Nah, Dad, get this."
Nah, boo. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Yep.
Over. So she's got to deal with what Faux Terry did.
Got it.
Yeah.
She's got to deal with what she did to her wife, right?
Yeah.
So she's got to unpack all of that, and she's just angry at her parents, right? Because they supposed to be helping her, and they mourning.
And they were shady as hell. And let's just we ain't talked about them, but maybe on our next call, but they were shady as hell.
Yeah,
I didn't like the way they were like,
Yeah.
you need to be careful with Sonya. No, y'all wanted her to yourself. For real. They were shady to me. I could have smacked them. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Y'all know
Yeah,
how
that was,
much they
and it
love
was,
each other.
but you know what? And the thing is, I understand that you missed out, but see, and you had an opportunity. See,
Right.
CJ didn't have opportunity to be with his child because he never
Exactly.
knew about it. But you knew all those years.
Thank you.
You knew, so you had a chance to do that. Even though I know you lost yourself, and I know that you couldn't deal with. I get that, but you still had an opportunity. That
Right.
I can see CJ doing it, but when Ann did it, but see, Ann,
Right.
that was that part of okay. You always went to Joyce,
Joyce,
but
jealous of
now
Joyce.
you coming to
Jealous.
me.
Yes.
And that's what it was. Yeah.
That's what it was.
That's
Yeah.
it. So they were enablers for
Yeah.
that because
Yep.
They were
maybe if Ann hadn't
enablers.
supported all
That's,
of that,
yeah. They were
Yeah.
enablers.
they were
So
enablers.
Terry had a
Yep.
problem with them. So that's why.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was
I don't blame her.
pissed. She was pissed. So she was pissed at a lot of stuff. And she had to unpack.
Yeah.
And she didn't know
Yeah.
what was going on with her company, right? Because Terry
Yeah.
didn't have anything to do with T&E. She
Didn't
wasn't
want to.
Yeah,
Didn't want to.
she
Yeah.
wasn't interested. She wasn't interested. So Terry had no information on what was happening.
Girl, that was good too. When she
What?
rolled up in that restaurant and all there was sitting
Like,
up
who the hell are
there
these
having
people?
breakfast, having a snack. I was like, Tia hit a home run with this one. I'm like, yeah, this is good.
Yeah. When she walked
Terry
up,
was like, what the F is going on up in there?
You see how she looked
And
at
she's like, y'all can handle that.
She looked at Ann.
And she looked at Ann and was like, Mom, what's going on? She saw
She knew what was happening. She knew something was shaky because she kept saying, y'all ain't telling me everything.
Right, she felt that.
Yeah.
Because she read about them in the book. You know, they were more carrying, she was like, something's not right.
Something ain't right.
Yeah.
Because Terry never mentioned, she really stopped writing in the diary at one point. And it's because she was, she forgot it in New York.
Yep.
She was happy, right? She was happy. But so Terry doesn't have all of it. After they got married, that's when her information stops.
Yeah. So she don't know what happened after that. Yeah.
No, she doesn't know. So yeah. Wow. I'm kind of excited to redo that part 2.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
Hell, I don't mind redoing all of them, putting that hot sexy in there. Yeah.
No.
I'm like, because that 21-year-old hot sexy.
Stranger was brilliant to do that backstory on it was just brilliant because if you read the other stories and you read part 2, you do walk away like, man, I wonder what she was doing when a party you want to know, and then all of a sudden, boom, boom, it started coming out. You're like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, I was like, yes, this was on point, big time. It has so much depth, passion, intrigue. It had everything that I have been wanting to see between these characters.
Okay.
Specifically, Terry and Sonya.
Does it? Yeah.
Because this love is real. That means this love is real, and it supersedes everything.
It does.
Time, space, everything.
Yeah, and we can see that. That's what I was telling you guys. Stranger answers a lot of questions.
Yep.
Terry and Sonya, but it does show you what happened during that year.
Yeah.
Right.
Memory.
Right.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing that was missing. It's like we missed it because we didn't know. We knew the backstory, but to see the full Monty, it was everybody that's the one I tell people, read that one because other stuff doesn't even matter because if you read that, you pretty much catch up anyway.
With Stranger, you pretty much catch up on the dynamics between Sonya and Terry.
Exactly. Because she tells you in the book, or you read like the first Vella, and then you can pretty much a first book, and then you can go from there and see and but you have to read them all so you can see how their bond is built.
Right. Right.
All the things that Terry went through, and Sonya was always there.
Yep.
And
Yep.
you know, and then and the crazy part about it is like, oh no, I don't want to be with you, but you're gonna follow a person way across the country to room with them. Come on now, you know. And see, Mama always knew her.
Yeah.
Sonya's mother, she knew, you know, but
She
it was like,
knew.
okay, who does that? Yeah, yeah. So yeah, she knew it. I think a part of Terry knew, but she just was not there yet. She's
Right.
like, look, I can't. And she'll say now, when I first
Mhm.
that first day I met you, I knew it then, but
Yeah.
you're not. I wasn't willing to go down that road. I was not
No,
accepting of it.
she was
You
confused.
know.
You
So
know,
and
she
and
was
she,
confused. And
yeah,
then trauma happened. So all of that,
Mhm.
you know,
yeah,
maybe she would have got there freshman year if James never happened. Maybe,
yeah,
you know,
maybe.
but
But
because
she look, she didn't. She wasn't too confused to hit and keep sleeping with Aaron like she was,
we see
and I'm
it,
gonna let
but
that go.
we saw it with Fo Terry, you know,
Yeah.
saw it with Fo Terry. So that's probably how
Yeah,
Terry would have reacted if James never
yep.
came into the pit, you will.
Right.
That's what
You
I'm
know,
saying.
if
And
if
without
That's
that
true.
all of that
right.
baggage, you see what Terry would have really done.
Yeah,
You
you
see,
see what Terry would
yeah,
have really and they would
Exactly.
have had this 10-year, you know,
Right.
yeah,
party.
yeah.
But then there wouldn't be a story, you know.
True. True
Exactly,
that.
exactly. It wouldn't be a story. That's why you know what I always tell. When you see these scary movies, and I'm like, I could never do this because I would, you know, I could not write these movies because the movie would end because you know we're not dumb enough to do some of the
Right.
stuff that you're saying.
Right.
Right.
So we
Right.
do it our way. The movie's over. So you
The
know, it's
movie be
like,
over in
oh,
5
here you
minutes.
go.
Right.
Yep,
Right.
5 minutes. The
I
movie's
ain't
a
going
wrap.
in the
So,
basement where there ain't no
Yeah.
windows
Yeah,
or
I
escape.
hear creepy music. I'm going the other way.
Exactly. I roll up in there, my door wide
Right.
open. I ain't going up in
I
there.
ain't going this side.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
over.
and we're
yeah,
not going in the basement. We hear something fall. We walking out the door.
Exactly.
exactly.
You know, we go up
Yeah.
as we bag it up. Like I don't know what's down there.
Uh-uh.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah,
Right.
so that's why I love the Terry and Sonia story because it takes
it
you
is. It's
through.
amazing story. It is.
It is.
It's a really good story because
Yep.
there's so much to it. And now the betrayal series is just adding more to it. 'Cause now you get a whole
Yep.
lot of action that you know
Yep.
that you're not even expecting. You get a lot of action going on.
Mm-hmm.
And Terry is badass in there.
Oh
So
Hell
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
she
so,
mad as hell now.
yep,
she badass.
yep.
We'll
Getting
see.
on Aaron,
You
talking
know,
about
went
this
in
your
there
fault.
and
I was like, yeah.
had them escaped and everything. So yeah, Terry is coming, you know, straight gangster. And so
Yeah,
yeah, you see a totally different side. So
yeah,
Right. Right.
yeah, you got it. It's a lot that you can do with these characters
yeah,
Yes.
because you don't. If they age, it doesn't change because now you
yeah.
got babies. The kids still
Yeah.
have to grow up, so you have a long series to go.
Yeah,
Yes.
because now we got the
Yeah.
babies.
Right.
Yep,
Right.
babies.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, babies. And I thought
Yep.
Sonya would have had one by now, but I guess she said, "Hey,
That's what I
Spirit
asked
of the
Tia.
Sea."
You know, why didn't Sonya have a baby? I mean, because they had made plans and she said, I will have our last one.
Uh-huh.
So I
That's
was
what I
still
thought
waiting
too.
on.
Then I'm like, where did Zoe come from? Was Sonya
Right.
pregnant? I missed it.
Terry
Right.
married Zoe.
Right.
Yeah,
So
that's
we'll
what I
see.
said. That's what I thought. I'm
We'll see
like,
if there's a baby for her.
they
It'd be
don't need any more
nice.
kids. That's
It'd be
enough.
nice if they have a
Yeah.
little boy, another little boy.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see.
too many
'Cause
kids. And
somebody's
Sonya
got
was
to
old
take
as
over
dirt
the
now.
Atkins legacy. So
Well, we
because
got
Sonya
we.
didn't want to do it. So Aiden, and maybe
That's true.
somebody else. So we'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
that's
That's
right.
true.
But
Yep.
yeah,
That's true.
Aiden is mama's little boy for now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Terry's baby. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
you need somebody to
but
keep
he
Sonya.
wants to be a doctor. So he wants to be a doctor
Nice.
just like Sonia eventually.
Okay.
Right now, because he can't sing. You know, Haley is the one that can sing, but Aiden can't hold the tune.
Okay.
So we had to find him something else
I'm
to
anxious
do.
to see that.
What'd you say?
I'm anxious to see that.
Yeah, we'll get to see that in the medical mystery once Dark Cloud
Well,
ends.
okay,
I can start.
fantastic.
Okay. We ain't gonna keep pressing because you've been told us the whole story.
What you say?
I said we're not gonna keep pressing because if we do, we'll find out the whole story. So
No,
hey.
I'm not telling y'all nothing else that happens in Dark Cloud. Y'all just gotta read it.
Okay. Well, we will definitely do
there's
that.
more,
That's for sure.
there's more to come. More to come.
Oh yeah.
Book 4, November.
Okay.
End
Okay.
of November.
Well, November is
Wednesday.
Tuesday for real.
That's what you said to me last time.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah. So look for it in November.
Okay. All right.
And then I have a Christmas surprise for December.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, everybody got a
Christmas
Christmas
real-
book. There we go. Okay.
This
I
stuff
hope it's a
November.
fun-filled family vacation with everybody.
I didn't say I was writing some new. No.
That would be fun though.
Oh, a little novella with them going on holiday.
It could be embedded in the Dark Cloud series where they are away.
Dark
No.
Cloud's already wrapped. So
It's okay.
Yeah.
I got
No,
you.
it got to be its own standalone.
It has to be a
Dark
standalone.
Leave the kids at home.
Okay.
Leave the kids at home.
Oh, the
Because
kids.
who's not married yet? I'm trying to think who's supposed to. Everybody does.
Everybody's married except for
Dana.
Kai and Ayana.
Oh yeah, pick that
they're
back up
engaged,
because
right?
I
They're
can't wait to
engaged.
see them.
Yeah, they're engaged.
But Ayana's still in London.
Right.
So.
And Dana, she's not married yet.
Dana and her girl, right? They're
So
not
that's
married
They're not
yet.
really they'll show up in the medical mysteries because Isabella is a general surgeon. So
Right.
she's gonna team up with the guy with Sonia and Terry. So is Ayana. So
I
in
want to
that
see
series-
Jessica and Alex have a baby, or 2 or 3.
Well, they're not. Well, we'll see about that.
I want to see Sean and Nyesha get together,
Tanya
have
and
a
Brenda.
wedding.
Tanya and Brenda.
Yes, we got a bunch. Tanya and Brenda.
Brenda's going back to North Carolina eventually.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Something
So
happens, so she's gonna head home. Yes.
Okay.
We'll
So
get
we
to
still
that.
got characters we need to. We
Yeah.
still need to see Ed and Maya. We
Ed
don't know
and
what's going on with them.
Maya gonna have their own little series.
Okay. Well, we get to see them.
Find somebody
Yeah.
for poor Pete.
Well,
Pete gotta have somebody.
This world, no. I'm teasing.
Pete, like I said, Pete was taking on too much. Pete
Oh
was
my
like
God.
telling Terry, you know, you don't get that much power, dude. You work for me. If I want to stay an extra 20 minutes with my wife, leave me alone. We'll walk, we'll instead of running 12 miles, we'll run 8. You know, back the hell up. You know,
Yeah.
Well,
I know Terry won, but she went on because, like you said, she's trying to really.
right.
She really want to do.
She really wants to do
this.
good. She really wants to do a good job. You know, she wants to impress her
well,
dad.
that's why she's in the dance class and the voice class and
voice and dance class.
Right, right.
So she wants to be top of her game. That's her
And
goal.
every artist who wants to keep their voice in tip-top form has a voice coach. So CJ was on that. They all have voice coaches.
Yeah.
I watch them on YouTube. You know, when they're critiquing people and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. Yeah. Terry's gonna give it her best shot. And she wants to be the best she can be. So she has her
that's good.
She has her team.
Yep.
She built her team. So
girl, I was holding my breath. I thought she was gonna break out of the song and look over at Sonia. I was holding my breath. You remember how Terry would write these awesome songs and then bring
Sonia.
Have Sonia snotting and crying every night.
Well, Terry doesn't bring her on the stage, but she does.
She does look over at her.
Oh yeah, definitely.
and
But
finding passing
Terry
out.
had to do something over what Terry did. So
Right.
when Terry came
Yeah.
back, oh, she was a woman on a mission. She was
She
like,
sure
Yes, she
was.
that
was.
wasn't me.
Yes,
Let
she
me show you what
was.
I can do, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I loved
Yes,
it.
she was.
Like
Yes,
that,
she was.
like she was a badass, but I'm
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, she came out
Yep.
swinging. Then she got with
Yes,
Chris.
she
did.
did.
She had her costume.
Yes, she did.
CJ was
She
like,
sure
what
did.
the heck?
CJ was like, when did you do all that? She
Yeah,
was
she
looking
was
at him
like,
like, you know, hey, you don't
yeah,
get, I'm grown.
yeah,
I know
Yeah.
how to do this.
I know how to do this. Well,
Yeah.
she
She came
remembered
out
what he
swinging.
did, but she came out swinging.
She sure
Yep,
did.
she did. She came out swinging.
Yeah, so
Hmm. I loved it. Well, ladies, we've been on the phone almost 2 hours. Well,
Yeah,
at least
because
an
I
hour
was
and a
getting ready to
half.
look. I'm looking at my phone and like, okay, now this person needs to come on up in here now because I'm playing.
yeah. All right, ladies. Any last comments?
All right.
Buy the book,
Well,
folks.
everybody read
Yes.
Stranger. It
Stranger
is
in
some
America,
amazing
Vella.
writing,
Stranger in the Mirror
and that's some.
episodes come out every Sunday. I just been kind of dropping them every day, but that's not sustainable.
Right. Right.
So definitely a new episode tomorrow, and then Monday, Dark Cloud 3 book comes out. So
Yes.
Okay.
Clear
Some
talk.
graphic warnings, on the book. I fell out, Donna, when I saw that. I'm like, okay.
What in book 3?
No, in the
No, on the
Stranger.
Strangers. You said graphic warning, sexual cut. I'm like, oh God, really?
I was like, yeah, yeah.
Y'all
Mhm.
like the warnings?
I don't need no warning. I'm just like, hey, when it happens, I'm
right.
like,
I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I said warning. I'm thinking like, okay, what are we warning? I'm looking
I
at
don't
some
need
stuff
no
like,
warning. We
on
grown.
Vella.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
know how Amazon is. So I had to make
Well,
sure
look,
I cover my
have
base.
you read some of that stuff on those Vellas? Please.
Right.
The thing is,
That stuff is pain, Jack. You PG.
they labeled Stranger in the Mirror as erotic, but I had to contact them and was like, it's just a love story. So they took it off. But
That's all it is. Yep.
yeah,
That's
they
all
took
it
it
is.
off. So
See, that's what I'm saying because they don't
Mhm.
understand
They don't
that
understand.
kind of type of love.
Read
that is
erotica. I
Yeah.
read erotica.
Not erotic.
Present
and
tense.
I didn't want anybody who reads that stuff read Stranger and get pissed. So I was like, nah.
Yeah, because
I
I
take that
read
later.
erotica.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yep, that's what I was telling
I got
T.
them to
Yeah.
correct it. Yeah. So
Yeah, now this is not. That's what I said when I saw that. I'm like,
It's
the stuff I read
PG-13,
and write,
folks.
I'm like, this is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not X. I've seen mature
That's
audience
not X.
globally.
Yeah, it's not X.
I said
Yeah.
sexual content. That's all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sexual
just-
content.
Just a label, just a warning, just in case you're not because whoever was
Exactly. Yeah.
the mirror, you weren't expecting that when they first did it.
Yeah.
So that's why
Right. Exactly.
I
Yeah.
wanted to let them know, the switch,
Yep. You
I
did the
loved
right
it.
thing. Give 'em
change
forewarned.
of the story is changing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely. Well, all right, ladies.
All righty.
All right.
It's
It's been
good
a
talking to
pleasure.
everybody.
Thank you guys.
Thank you
All
so
righty.
much.
Until next time. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.